Hello and welcome back. Today I want to go ahead and talk about something that I think is very important for pretty much everyone to know. And it's something that we probably weren't really, or it wasn't really talked about a lot in high school or even in college if you went to college. And that is how to actually start saving money. Now, why? Why would you want to start saving money? I'm going to avoid the obvious here by saying, duh, you want to save money. Everyone wants to save money. To me, one of the number one reasons why I like to save money, there is no replacing that feeling you get when you know that your finances are squared away. And that includes having a healthy emergency fund. Mishaps happen, okay? Car breaks down, cat gets sick, you get sick, you gotta miss a few days of work. Things happen, that's just life. It's not just if they're gonna happen, it's when. And it's very important to be prepared for these situations. Knowing that you have cash in the bank that protects you from some of life's fun little adventures is such a great feeling. It can help reduce the stress in your life and promote positive mental health. Another reason why you should start saving money, or at least care about it, is that we, and I feel very strongly about this one, we have to stop being slaves to debt. Oh my goodness. Okay, I understand you want nice things, I want nice things, we all want nice things. That's just consumerism at its finest. I propose, though, that you can buy the things you want without going into monstrous amounts of debt, within reason. I mean, of course, there's, larger purchases like houses and cars that it's a little bit more difficult to avoid getting into debt on those things. I would like to make a point to note that if you really can't afford those leggings or that new watch or whatever without busting out the credit card, should you really be buying it? There is just a distinct psychological difference between purchasing something with your own money, your own cash, versus just using debt to pay for it. And the difference is, it's a lot easier to swipe someone else's money than it is yours, meaning you'll buy more things, meaning you'll be in more debt. Another reason why it's so important to start saving and putting and getting your finances in order is because when you have a cushion, when you have an emergency fund, you start to notice that certain opportunities will present themselves to you. And what I mean by that is this. Say you don't like your current job. It's awful. And you have been so afraid for so long to venture out because, you gotta pay bills. But you finally save up enough money to cover 3 to 6 months of expenses. So you quit your job and you start pursuing something else that you've always wanted to pursue. And you have this opportunity because you set yourself up for success financially. I'm going to insert a little point here. Don't stay in a job that you hate. Your fulfillment and life meaning are so much more important. Say you want to completely take a new career path. Having money saved up will allow you to actually be able to start going to take night classes at a local college or even online courses from like Udemy or Coursera that can teach you tons of valuable skills that can totally upgrade your career. You'll also have more chances at investment opportunities. You can finally stop putting off starting to save for retirement. Oh my God, please stop putting off saving for retirement. I'm looking at you 20-somethings. The sooner you start, the better. I want to present to you the simplest way that you can start saving money today. And it is with the 10% rule or the pay yourself first method. Now, this isn't my own glorious idea that I plucked from the universe. This is something that I read about. I read lots of books, especially nowadays. And you should too. Books are awesome. Books are really good. They're very well thought out and you can learn a lot. So the 10% rule, it comes from The Richest Man in Babylon by George Samuel Clayson. And the pay yourself first method comes from Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Now, if you've read any or you know anything about basic personal finances, like these are foundational books. I highly highly recommend reading Rich Dad Poor Dad because it's written in a way that's easy to understand, easy to comprehend. The language is not complicated at all, and it's in a narrative form, so it's kind of like reading fiction, if you will. And Richest Man in Babylon is also a great book, of course. It's a little more difficult to read. It's written in a kind of older fashion. It's a good book though. Read it if you can. Also, they are both on YouTube for free. You can listen to it while you're driving or while you're working out or walking or doing anything mundane. Just trust me, when you start reading these types of books, it will really open up your mind to new things. Next, we have how to actually start implementing this 10% rule. First, what we're going to do is get an idea of what 10% of your income actually looks like. You want to calculate either your weekly, your bi-weekly, or monthly income, and then you just calculate what 10% of your income will be by multiplying your income by 0.10. This value that you get represents the portion of your income that you will not spend. This is money that will be saved. If you aren't saving anything before this, that means that you'll have to make an adjustment to living on only 90% of your income. In order to make this whole process as easy as possible, you want to automate it. How do you automate it? You first open up a savings account. You designated it for this 10% savings from each paycheck. Then you create a direct deposit for this savings account. Now, a lot of companies nowadays, in fact, every place that I've worked at for the past, 8 years has had direct deposit. And you can choose a percentage or an actual amount that can go into certain banking accounts. And that's what you want to do. You want to set it up to where you don't have to think about it. It just does it automatically for you. The money that goes into your savings account just goes in there and flows. The idea here is that you can set it and forget about it. And this, oh my goodness, this is so powerful. This money will grow over time without you having to even lift a finger. So the final step really is to just not spend it, and then it becomes a savings. Magical how that works, huh? Okay, I know you may be thinking, if I'm not going to spend this money, what's the point of it? But I am here to lay a bit of truth on you. You don't have to spend all of the money that you make. When you spend all of your money, you're making other people, other companies richer, and you're making yourself poorer. Saving money is the very first step in acquiring and building lifetime wealth. Pay yourself first. I wanted to just round this off with saying that having a savings account or an emergency fund or any kind of savings period, it's your money and you built it up and you can use it for what you want to do. I wanted to kind of highlight maybe a little bit about what you can do once you have a savings. So the way I have mine set up, I have like five different savings accounts. And I have one that's designated as an emergency fund. And I have one that's designated for an investment fund. And I have another that's designated for like a splurge spending. It's a specific savings account that I have money going into there every single paycheck to where it builds up and I can buy my big purchases, my big tech purchases, whatever I want. And I have another one for my investments. That one's building up over time, and I have it designated to either paying off debt, because I view that as an investment. You get an instant return on whatever kind of debt that you pay off. I have another savings account for education expenses. I'm saving up to go back to college or, just take more classes in general. And then I have another savings account that's dedicated to saving up my rent every month. This one just takes a portion of money out of each of my paycheck and it sets it aside so that at the start of every month, I know that I'll be able to pay my rent. This probably has been my single most valuable savings account I've ever had because of just the weight it lifts up off of my shoulders that I don't have to worry about rent. It's great. Okay, well, that's really all I had today. I truly hope that you got some kind of benefit out of this. I think this topic is really important because, we weren't taught this. We never were. And if we were taught it, we didn't listen. Thanks for watching. I'll see you. Bye.